yesterday, but it was 11 o'clock. I went there at 11 o'clock and I met with him. But in the previous time, he was actually telling me, I don't know, he's like, I'm asking him, you're doing okay? He said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm peaceful and all of this stuff. He said, and yesterday at 11 o'clock when I met with him, he said, I know why I'm peaceful. I know why I am this peaceful. I said, why? He said, today I was reading the Quran and I came to a verse. This verse is actually saying, إن الذين قالوا ربنا الله ثم استقاموا فلا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. He said, when I read this verse, he said, it made me sure that this is it. Shuf, he said, it's not me. He said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is who's doing this. This is his exact words. This is the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I am as calm as I am. And when he read this verse, he made him like, he was sure that this is it. But the verse that it's after that is also very interesting. إن الذين قالوا ربنا الله ثم استقاموا فلا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون أولئك أصحاب الجنة خالدين فيها جزاء بما كانوا يعملون. What better news you can have in the last 2 or 3 hours, right? And then the evening when I went there, he told me something. He said, tell the brothers out there, he said, tell the brothers out there, I'm okay. This is how Allah wants me to go. That's why when they called me after and they said, how are you holding up? I said, I'm okay. Because I have witnessed the yaqeen, the true yaqeen, not just talk and, no, just the true. And then when it was about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, because you go there and there's, I think, about 5 minutes or so, we were talking. And actually the last talk we had was about Surah Yasin. At the end of it, about Quran. And the last word that we talked about in Arabic and English, يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين. All good signs, all good news. And then at the end is لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله, 3 or 4 times.
He was accused of killing Felicia Gale in 1998, but a re-examination of evidence raised questions about whether he actually did it. After years of investigations and hearings, Missouri Governor Mike Parsons stepped in this year and ordered the execution to move forward. Now, that was despite prosecutors, Williams' family, and even the family of Gale pleading to spare Williams' life. Now, that did not happen. And tonight, a last-ditch appeal to the Supreme Court was rejected with a 6-3 vote falling along ideological lines. A devout, practicing Muslim, Williams' last words were, all praise be to Allah in every situation. The man's last meal, chicken wings and tater tots. And at 7:01 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, Marcellus Williams was given the lethal injection of the sedative pentobarbital, and 9 minutes later, he was pronounced dead.
Imagine if my wife, my daughter.
In 55 minutes, at 6 p.m. Central Time, Marcellus Williams here is going to die, be executed for a crime he did not commit. In addition to the lack of DNA evidence, forensic evidence, the prosecutor who brought this case in the first place believes that Marcellus is innocent and that his rights were violated. The family of the victim does not want him executed. And people have been begging and imploring the state of Missouri and Governor Mike Parsons to step in. And they won't. And so today was the last-ditch effort with the United States Supreme Court. And it just came down a few minutes ago that the U.S. Supreme Court also will not step in. Of the 9 justices, the 3 that were appointed by Democratic presidents all voted to block the execution, whereas the other 6 who were appointed by Republican presidents voted for it to proceed as planned. Y'all, this is truly a miscarriage of justice.
But I know that it can be used for good as well. So if good come out of it for me and for my family and for all those that's been supporting me, then all praise be to Allah. there's a little supplication that the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, he used to say, "Oh Allah, if life is good for me, then give me life. If death is good for me, then give me death." You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I say the same supplication. So yeah, I'm at peace, of course.